This is for Rajiv sir. Nobody's asked you a question. Um,
Rajiv with a new haircut.
Sir, as a film critic, you have the power to give a film like Dam Laga Ke Haisha or any smaller film like Aankhon Dekhi a viewership. Like Arjun mentioned that on Friday afternoon there was your review, the critics' review that came, and that enabled the audience to choose this film to watch, and that's how the word of mouth increased and the collections improved.
Yes.
I think the critics should. It's a question. If you could force, or you should put your clout behind the multiplexes and give us independent films, the artistic films or the so-called parallel films, definite release without the marketing and all the
I don't think it's the role of film critics to guarantee releases. I don't think that's the role of the film.
Could that happen?
I think the film reviewers or the film critics' role is that when you see something that's cutting edge, when you see something that is good, that's breaking stereotype, that's breaking the mold, you go behind it, you put your weight behind it, and you tell the world why it deserves to be watched. And I think that is where the role of a film critic ends, a film reviewer. You champion the films that are good, but I don't think helping it get a big release, that's not the role of a film reviewer. I think that if you're an influential enough critic, if you're a credible enough critic, then your voice will hopefully be heard and people will go and see those films. As has happened in the cases, in the case of a lot of small films like Dam Laga Ke Haisha, it benefited a lot from word of mouth. And I think that now every day, everybody's a critic. It's not really just formal critics who write in papers or newspapers or magazines. Everyone's a critic, and the strong word of mouth certainly helped film like Dam Laga Ke Haisha and several films actually.
And word of mouth is generated by critics. Both the films, Khurrana and Dam Laga Ke Haisha, the number of screens were increased the next week.
Yes.
So yeah, the cloud definitely.
Here,
they are the opinion leaders of the industry.
I think the issue you're talking about is an exhibition.
Yes. I'm saying can the actors put the cloud?
But see, that's an exhibition forum where you have to bring it up, where exhibitors should have maybe a percentage of the year devoted, or maybe a screen devoted to. I mean, see, those are conversations that the people who own multiplexes can have.
Right.
And who run multiplexes can have.
I'm just saying, could the actors or the critics or the film fraternity at large make a statement, ask these multiplexes, because they are screening Action Jackson's
By giving
also.
a good review, I think they make a statement.
That's right.
And I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I didn't hear what you were completing about. You were saying the screening Action.
What I'm saying is that the independent films, if they are not backed by Yash Raj or not backed by a studio, there is no way a multiplex is going to take them straight away. Okay, we don't have the NFDCs and the Doordarshans of the past that actually cultivated parallel cinema in this country.
Correct.
It's dying a slow and painful death. All this new age and this new wave,
See,
it's been there for 50
the
years.
correlation to that, and I know it's another broad topic of discussion and debate and argument, is the kind of ticket prices that we have today. Theaters have realized our footfalls are far lesser than they were in the 80s and 90s. I don't know if you ever read up on it. Agnipath, the one that released then, had more people watching it in the theater than today, but the business was more. There is actually a disparity in people who go to theaters. So the exhibition guys have to actually put out stuff with higher prices. If you're going to put out niche independent films with those kind of price points, anyways an audience is not aware, so they do not come. It's all correlated to the fact that our entertainment tax is high in most states. Some states also have other taxes that you have to pay. There are a lot of other complications that come. So when you're screening a film, there's a lot of spend that goes into releasing the film, unfortunately. Because print costs money. Sometimes you can't even recover the print cost. It's very, very complex, unfortunately.
आप इनसे ट्यूशन लेने आ जाना बचपन से फिल्में देख रहे हैं बचपन से फिल्मों में काम
नहीं, but yeah, I mean, I wish we would abolish entertainment tax. हम वैसे ही इतना टैक्स भरते हैं, ऊपर से entertainment tax भी भरना पड़ता है. तो कितनी सारी परेशानियां हैं. Yes, PVR does have that. Yes,
We have time for one last question. Let's give it to the gentleman in the back.
Hi, I'm Sonu, a journalist with Indian Television. Anyone on the panel can answer my question. We're talking about young stars and new wave, cinema. What about actors who have been the torchbearers of the cinema? Actors who are not stars, who excel in character roles. My question is, will they ever break the mold and become stars and gain acceptance as stars? Actors like KK Menon or Irfan Khan.
Because I've cast for so many years, I've seen a change in the brief that we used to get. When I had started, the brief used to be कि सुंदर लड़की चाहिए या खूबसूरत लड़का चाहिए, and now it's only become कि talented लड़का या लड़की चाहिए. So that in itself is quite an achievement that today people want talent over the way somebody looks, because the looks completely moldable. You know, and definitely look at Rajkumar Rao. Correct? Isn't he doing like single lead films that are also doing commercially well? So I feel that time has changed where if you are doing an author back or a character driven role, that's the only kind of films you will get. At least I would like to believe that it has changed, because then considering the kind of role that I have done, I should only be looking at doing overweight parts. And I hope that doesn't happen, because yes, okay, the film has broken a stereotype, but then clearly you're stereotyping every actor, the audience is stereotyping every actor more than the fraternity the moment they see the film. So I don't think that just because you are a talented actor, you will only get that you will only get parts that are not, you won't get a lead, or you won't get like a film that has the 100 crore film.
I think Nawazuddin is a star. I think Irfan Khan is a star.
Nawaz had a parallel lead in Badlapur.
And I know stardom is constantly defined by endorsements and all your extracurricular activities that an actor has. A star is eventually somebody that is loved by the audience. That is the brass tacks of it. I think Sanjay Mishra is a star. He's just done Mauka and I couldn't stop watching it. So they are all stars in their own right. Now you cannot equate it to somebody who survived 25 years of working in cinema. It's a bit difficult to you can't say Salman Khan is a star and Sanjay Mishra is not. They're all stars. Everybody has their own place under the sun. It's like saying Josh Brolin is not that good an actor or not that big a star as a Leonardo DiCaprio. It's chalk and cheese. They all are good in their own places, and that's what this conversation is. Eventually, that balance will happen, but we won't even think like that. We will consider Varun and Nawaz on an equal playing field in the film, so why should we as an audience look at them any other way?
I think looks are so subjective. I also feel that, you know, your talent makes you desirable. If you fit the part well, I think people find it desirable. I always thought I was conventionally more desirable in Hawaii Zada, but I think people found it better in Dam Laga Ke Ayushman.
That's right. And that is happening, isn't that? Isn't that happening with an actor like Nawaz? It doesn't have to be the same film. I mean, maybe Nawaz won't be cast as the lead in Kick, but he's able to.
But I think he has value in a Kick, because there is a uniqueness to seeing a Nawaz. If a Nawaz has agreed to do a Kick, there is a sector of an audience saying there might be something more than just a generic commercial film. Let's see what is there. So that might be 5% today. It might become 10% in 5 years because of those choices.
Also, I think what everyone over here is hoping for is for that definition to change. Is where a star is not someone who sells, but someone who performs. You know, and what I was taught in acting school is that कोई भी part बड़ा या छोटा नहीं होता, actor बड़ा या छोटा होता. So that's.
Thank you very much. Thank you to our four very eloquent speakers. Thank you for giving up the audience. Thank you so much.
Audience, I would request you to settle down. The 16th year of FICCI Frames, this has been